3 of them. Oh man. We are starting this place up pretty good, but just wait. There are a lot of turkeys and also a lot of coyotes out here. You know, if you can get to a spot in the morning in the dark without disrupting their bedding pattern, like a great spot that allows you to hunt mornings, even early season, is the Pinch, and we did that last year a couple times. Right in, blow the south wind back. Still 30.4. This farm is loaded with turkeys. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the chase. It is Wednesday, October 16th, and Gavin and I are tucked in a redneck blind on the bottom plot at the home farm. It's a beautiful day today. We've had north winds since Saturday, and it's switched out of the south today. This is the first sit on this plot. If you guys remember in the past, we've had a lot of great luck out of this plot. Bella shot Big Mac last year. Bryn shot her youth season deer, the Crabby 10. We've had other great encounters over the year. I encountered chubs down here. It's just a good spot. Over the years, I've found that the best way to hunt it is the blind on the trailer, tucked in right tight to the creek. And we finally got a south wind. The high today is like 61, so it's still nice and cool. We had a hard freeze last night. It was upper 20s. And feels great for mid-October. Primary buck I'm looking to see on this property is a buck we call Marty. We have 3 years of history with him, and he's just a real heavy 10. A couple years ago he was a heavier 8. Last year he was a 9. And then we have a big framed 8 who just showed up. He'd be one that would be pretty interesting to lay eyes on. This plot is it's a great early season spot. As I've talked about before, we've got the rut greens with cold climate. We've got a clover base. We're down along the creek, and it's surrounded by bedding on 3 sides. We got great access with the south wind straight from the truck right up to the little farm lane up to this plot. So it just is everything you ask for. Tonight we have like 4-mile-per-hour winds, so we're really using thermals. And this plot sets up very well for thermals. You know, we talk about thermals as flowing like water in the afternoon. And so as it cools down in the evening, the thermals fall. And if you envision a landscape and you were pouring water on it, how would the water flow? That's basically how your scent will carry. And so the hills are up in front of us, the creek is right next to us, and everything just flows out towards the main creek, down this little tributary. And so these thermal hunts work pretty well right here, as long as I'm on the creek and not on the side hill a little bit. So we're looking forward to the evening. It's a little one. Let me see if Mama's coming behind. There's another one. They're walking straight up the path. Before we get too far into the video, we get a lot of questions about whether or not to hunt mornings in early and mid-October. So later on in the video, I'm going to go over my 2 cents on all that. So if you guys are curious about that, stick around till later in the video and we'll cover some of that, or my thoughts on it anyway. Just to catch you guys up on the past week, I did not make it out Saturday. Sunday, we went to the new farm. That was when the front was hitting. We got a double set hung on one of the little bow plots, trying to anticipate late October, November hunting. And we had a pretty slow hunt, saw a couple does. It was a beautiful night out. Bucks were really active that night, even on that property. They just didn't come where we were. So Monday, I worked all day and then ran down to the River Bottom Farm, and Rye and I sat the Poseidon set on that north wind. Beautiful, super high pressure day. We went in there hoping to lay eyes on tiki, but also looking to do some of our early season doe harvest. We'll show you guys that hunt real quick.
Deer kind of reminds me of Fitz a little bit. three of them. Oh, man.
We are stirring this place up pretty good, but they're all dying right on top of each other. And I brought 3 arrows, so I was like, right, try to get on this one. It's difficult to shoot out in front of us from the cameraman set.
Turn it and just show them the view of the 2 does that we have shot.
It's not as bad as that looks, but we have some little holes that are big enough, you know, that we can shoot through them, but I need to trim some of the leaves off of that. These trunks have leafed out this year with all the rainfall. Anyway, 3 does down. Feels good. First 2 I saw him go down. The 3rd one Rye thinks he saw go down, so.
Well, I told you I wanted 7 does this year, and it's October 15th today.
Is it the 14th?
Okay, and we've got 5 that are gonna be in my freezer.
That's
so.
right.
Productive.
We've got all these openings right here, but they like to stand right behind this one elm tree. Nice and open. Not open. Open.
Smoke the doe through the gap, but I can't hit the one standing broadside. I hit the one little twig.
I know. Yeah, we should have 4.
Yeah, I know.
Dang it. That was a super fun night in the tree, obviously. Pretty close to having 4 does down. Ended up with 3. All great shots, easy track jobs. I mean, it was nice. We had a really enjoyable sit. The deer moved great that night. Saw a couple young bucks. And makes me feel good to start chipping away at our doe harvest plans for this year. Tuesday, Gavin and I went back to the River Bottom farm and we hunted the north end of the farm. We hunted the north plot. First time we sat there this year, and my work day went a little long, so that's a spot I can slip into later in the afternoon because the deer usually move there the last hour. So we got in the blind with just about an hour and a half to go, and ended up seeing, I think, 6 or 7 antlerless and a couple small bucks. Overall enjoyable sit, but nothing came in bow range. That plot it looks amazing. I mean, we fertilized it, we had good moisture. I don't think I've ever grown brassicas with those kind of tops on them. So really something else. I think they're actually tall enough where it almost makes a deer not want to walk through them. They were all feeding around the edges. It was pretty crazy, but I'm really pumped with how that plot turned out. And it'll be an area we spend a little time. It's a spot that gives us an opportunity to lay eyes on moss again, which is always fun. That doesn't happen every day. There's 3 towns that came off the hill that worked their way. They're probably wanting to roost on the creek over here. This farm is loaded with turkeys, and every year I buy 2 fall turkey bow tags. And normally, it's pretty hard to get a turkey with a bow in the fall. They just, especially out of a tree stand, the blinds make it a little bit easier. But I know a lot of you guys are out hunting right now. And we get a lot of questions about hunting mornings in early and mid-October. And I used to hunt mornings all the time. I mean, every chance I got, I hunted morning and evening. And then over time, you kind of figure out that it disrupts a lot of the afternoon hunts. I'll start out by saying it completely depends on the farm. if you can get to a spot in the morning in the dark without disrupting their bedding pattern, like a great spot that allows you to hunt mornings, even early season, is the Pinch, and we did that last year a couple times. The deer, the destination food where they're at night is farther to the north. I can come at their travel pattern perpendicularly where we park, get in the tree, and here they come. They filter back through. The bedding is, I'm not in the bedding, so I'm just on the transition. They work their way to the bedding. Morning hunt's over, climb down, get out, don't disrupt anything. This farm is different. I basically have destination ag on all the periphery of the farm, and all the cover is in the center. And so wherever I park, I'm coming through the ag, and so I'm definitely blowing deer out. And it's an issue all times of year, but in the rut when they're chasing and stuff, it's just less important. They're cruising, they're looking for does, they're covering a lot of ground. Here, where they're feeding and then they're just walking right back into cover and bedding, I wouldn't be able to come hunt here in the morning and then have a good hunt in the afternoon, because you kind of blow up the whole farm. So typically these times of year, I reserve my hunting for the afternoon. Another one is because I work a lot. my job requires a lot of work and a lot of days off work, and so I save my vacation days for the end of October and November. And so I'm not going to take days off to obviously hunt mornings in October. Before the time change, I can hunt the afternoons. And obviously if the weekends are here, we have good weather, and I have a spot I want to hunt mornings, and I can do that if I choose. But a lot of times I'm still getting work done, getting prepared for the rut. And obviously family things, there's all those things to consider. So if I had to pick morning or evening this time of year, I'll hunt the evenings. Not to discourage you from hunting mornings. Some of us have limited time, and it is what it is. But certainly if you have one spot, it's not very big, you got to take those things into consideration. Save your morning hunting we normally target October 25th and on, or even you could say October 20th, some years, depending on where the moon falls and when they're starting to show some pre-rut behaviors. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Hopefully that helps some of you guys. If you have specific questions regarding that or anything else you're curious about, drop us a comment. Happy to share my thoughts on it. We're going to get quiet and see how the rest of the hunt unfolds. Broken on the G3 on the right. Well, we have just under an hour left, and it has been a turkey show. The fawn feeding in the plot for a while. 3-year-old 10 up on this hill eating in the acorn. And then we've got this buck's for sure at least 3, he might be 4. He's basically a kind of a wider, shorter tine 8. He's got a little G4, so I think he's technically a scoreable 9, but he's up under the cherry tree. So we'll see how this last hour goes. Strategies on that. Please go down. Stop. Oh, we're going to the woods. He's kind of coming through the snow. Oh yeah, I see it right there. They're gonna pop up right there. Where is it? It's coming. On the crossing now. Coming this right here. That's the big male too, buddy. It would just went down. There are a lot of turkeys and also a lot of coyotes out here. It didn't stop right there, man. But thankfully it didn't know what happened. I just got scared. That other one's right there. That's the big male. That's the one that I think. The other day I had 4 in one picture. And the girls were talking about naming him Fido and how he's scared Krusty and all that. That's a pretty big male. That female got in the ditch right there. That's awesome.
Dude, what a night.
I'm so excited right now. Freaking, that's by the coyote right there. He whipped around and come spraying. Let's go walk over to that coyote. Look at that. Well, awesome night in the deer woods despite the lack of deer. You know, we didn't have much activity in the plot, and the corn is pretty freshly cut. I mean, we cut it a little over a week ago, and so maybe that's got them dispersed. I was thinking today with the south wind and a little bit warmer temps, they might want to hit the green, but we could see them up on the hill under the cherry tree in the cut corn. So that was possibly the mistake there. And anyway, a lot of fun nonetheless. Nice turkey down, big male dog down. Just another enjoyable night in the woods.